I felt the vibration and a half. I didn't have time to roll off the throttle when my knees smashed together. And the bikes were running good. My name is Jason McVicker and I'm from Vancouver, BC, Canada. I've been going to Bonneville since 1996 and 2 or 3 times a year since then, so I guess I am what you would be considered a Bonneville regular. We've set over 30 records there and about 15 of them still stand as current records. We were racing against a record last year of 246 miles an hour in one of the turbocharged classes that we typically run there. And earlier on in the week we ran 253 miles an hour in another class, so that was the fastest open motorcycle record by Bonneville ever. The bike that crashed made 634 horsepower, and we had it turned down to about 450 when we crashed it. The whole trick with Bonneville is getting the horsepower to the ground in the bigger classes. In the smaller classes it's all about efficiency and making the bike roll. It was a Saturday when we crashed the bike. Earlier on in the morning we made 2 return runs, and we did the second leg of the 2 records that we set that day. Then we changed classes with the motorcycle, brought it out again. About halfway through the 3rd mile I felt a vibration in the back of the bike, which was, upon investigation later after the crash, was the tread coming off the tire. We were experiencing some pretty bad wheel spin and blistered the tire, blew the tread off it. And then upon investigation it was found that I ran over a piece of debris that was on the course from a car before that blew an engine, which cut the tire, and subsequently the tire lost air and the back of the bike came around and threw me off the right hand side. The previous record for the highest motorcycle crash survived was 200 miles an hour, which was by Ron Cook, which happened at El Mirage about 10 years ago. And you know, our GPS was 244 at the time that I left the bike, so we haven't beat by 45 miles an hour basically, which is not a record we really were looking to set. Basically I was wearing a Shoei helmet that we've run for years. Pretty happy, pretty lightweight unit. And when I came off the bike, the first part of my body that hit the ground was my head. I came off the bike to the right, and I tucked my shoulder in and hit the ground with my head to my shoulder, and then tumbled for the 1,600 feet. But the helmet had an abrasion on the top left side of it, and it tore off the visor, and that was the only damage. And we had the helmet inspected afterwards by the manufacturer, and it was good to go. It was A-OK. There was no damage to the outer shell or the inner shell other than cosmetic damage.